What do you get when you cross E.T. and Iron Man and mix in a little bit of Skynet? You get the new
My
Child's Play.
buddy until the end, more than a buddy.
Hope you like my little Terrible Terror entrance there. Shout out to Brian, Terrible Terror podcast. But I just got back from seeing the new Child's Play movie, and I'm gonna say that it surprised me. It was better than I thought it was gonna be. I didn't go into it thinking, "Oh, this is gonna be crap." I never thought that at all. I've been excited to see this movie, but being a big fan of the original, um, made me wonder how they were gonna do this, and it's its own story, but it's still connected to the original. If that makes sense. Like I said, I don't want to do any spoilers really or anything like that, but there are a few things that got me a little upset. But then again, once again, it's just kind of its own story. It's still the story of Chucky, the killer doll, but it's its own version. So the way I'm looking at it is, we'll go into the DC or Marvel universe of the multiverse. So this is still Chucky, but a different version of him. Without really giving any spoilers out, there isn't any voodoo curse or anything like that in this movie, and I'm gonna leave it at that. No one asked to give me the power I beg of you. It'd be like that, but I overall was still very good. Aubrey Plaza, I'm pretty sure I just said her name. Yeah, Aubrey Plaza. I love that girl. I love that everything I've seen her in. Enjoyed. I love the look she gives, and I'm gonna say it right here and right now. I think that if they remade Misery, I think she'd be perfect to play that part of the obsessed fan. I mean, I'm surprised they haven't pulled her into a role where she's not a victim, but the actual killer. Like, just the look she gives and I don't know. I think she's perfect for that kind of stuff. The acting overall in this movie was really good. It took a while to get going, but once it did, it went into full gear, and it was very. I thought it was very entertaining. The kills were good. It was some nice gruesomeness. I don't even think that's a word, but it had some good gore to it. Let's say that. Overall, it was really good gore, and it makes me wonder if they're gonna, the way they did this movie and the way they ended it. It makes me wonder if they are gonna do a sequel. Now, of course, if we all know that if anything does really good, there's gonna be a sequel. But it makes me wonder how they're going to do it. I already had a thought on how they could do it, but once again, without giving any, I'd have to give some stuff away from the movie, and I don't want to do that. So overall, I'm going to give this movie, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. And the reason it's a 4 out of 5 is I wish the first part of the movie, or as Terrible Terror would say, a lot of shout out to you today, Brian, but like the first act of the movie was a little drawn out a little bit, more than I felt like it needed to be. I wish they would have got a little bit to the acting to the killing a little bit faster. It had some parts in there that kind of made me crack up, and once you see the movie, you'll probably know which parts it are. But I mean, it wasn't just like a straight like serious horror. I mean, there was some good laughs in this movie. Of course, me being me and sick in my head, there was parts that were supposed to be goryish, but yet I still was laughing at it. But it is what it is. And the one that like the going into the final act, it all the chaos that occurs was just awesome. It was more than I really expected was going to happen. And, like I said, the reason why I give it a 4 out of 5 is I think partially the nostalgia of it, but then also of loving the original. But also, I like I said, I felt like the first part of it was dragged out a little too long. It could have been, that first part could have been a little bit, and I'm not saying it had to go right into killing and all this other stuff, but the first part I think was dragged out a little too long. But once it got going, it was going. You almost, like I said, I don't want to give anything away, but you almost feel the difference between the Chucky and the first one and this one is Chucky. Like I said, he's Charles Lee Ray, and he possesses the doll, and he's more of a sentient being of knowing what he's doing because he just transferred his soul. And in this one, it's not like that. Like I said, once again, I don't want to get into it, going too much into it, but it's like you almost, for certain parts of the movie, you feel bad for Chucky. So you have to go see the movie to understand what I'm saying. And once you go see it and you'll see what I'm saying, come talk to me, message me, and tell me how you felt about that. Because there's more I want to say without giving out spoilers. And I'm going to leave it at that for now, because I'm pretty sure I'll end up talking about this with Brian later. And we'll probably get into spoilers on It Be Like That podcast. So I'm going to leave it there for now. You can go follow me on all my stuff, Instagram, Twitter, IGTV. All can be found at Paranormal Pat 64. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you. Hit the like and subscribe button. I do a lot of movie reviews on here, and that's Paranormal Pat Pativity podcast. And you can always reach Facebook. And you can find me on Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, Google Play now, Spotify, Cashbox. I'm in a lot of different places. Go check it out. Go rate, review. I'd appreciate it. And let me know what you think of this review and my other reviews. I got plenty of other movie reviews. And once again, I've said this so many times over and over, blah, 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 blah. But yes, this is a paranormal podcast, but I like doing this little side thing as a movie review thing. So let me know what you think. Get at me. Let me know. Go check out the podcast. I just did the latest episode was Bloody Mary, and I got something coming up here for the next episode. Killer dolls. Deuces.